Amy Silva.
Amy, you need to come in right away.
Okay, have I got time for a shower? Evening.
Amy,
So, who else is coming in?
just you. Rear Admiral Shaw. This is DCI Amy Silva. She's my best detective. I would even say that to her face.
Well, we'll get straight into it, if you don't mind. I have charge of Britain's 4 Vanguard-class submarines. These are the ones with a nuclear deterrent. HMS Vigil is one of those boats. Earlier today, one of her crew died of a drugs overdose.
What kind of overdose?
They think he snorted heroin.
Snorted it. So is that misadventure or a deliberate overdose?
All we know is that he was found dead in his bunk. Unfortunately, this happened within British territorial waters, so we've had to bring it to you.
Yes, it's been the MOD versus Holyrood all evening, but the upshot is the usual rules apply. We have to look into it.
When's the submarine due back?
She's not coming back. At any given moment, one of these boats is out on active patrol, ready to fire within 15 minutes. It's been that way for over 50 years. We're not going to abandon it over one man's mistake and some bureaucratic bullshit.
So we have to send a detective out to join HMS Vigil.
Me?
You'll be on board for 3 days, finish your paperwork, then they'll let you off on a raft.
A raft?
Yes, it's perfectly safe. Unless you get hit by a tanker.
What's the dead man's name?
Chief Petty Officer Craig Burke. These are his service records and his health records.
Thank you.
I'm Lieutenant Commander Erin Branning. I'll be the police's point of contact.
And if I need to interview anyone under caution, will I fly a solicitor out to be with them? Or...
Yes, it's a flawed plan, I agree. Ordinarily, if a crewman died on board, we'd stow him away and get on with it, but we have our orders.
The crew will, of course, be told to cooperate, so take a look around, see what his mates knew, see if there was any bullying
Zero
going
tolerance
on.
of bullying in the Navy.
You had problems with drugs on these submarines before?
We've never had an overdose before.
That's not quite what I asked.
There is no drugs problem on Vigil.
We fly this body out at the same time, get an autopsy done.
We could look into that.
And if I need to speak to Superintendent Robertson?
Can't call home. You can receive messages, but the boat won't signal unless it's an emergency. It gives away its position.
Your luggage will need to fit into this.
It's Silva, LVA.
Sorry. Short notice.
No problem. I'm not going there to assess the Navy's competence.
How are you with confined spaces?
Amy will get the job done. Don't you worry about that, Lieutenant Commander Branning.